West Germany in their third consecutive FIFA World Cup final, and they meet again, a rematch of the final of 4 years ago, won unforgettably by Argentina. The road back to the final for them started in San Siro in Milan with defeat, but the target always the Stadio Olimpico here in Rome. And to get them here, Sergio Goycochea produced brilliance in the penalty shootouts. Nestor Lorenzo of Bari and Roberto Sensini of Udinese, part of a rugged back line. Jose Cerezuela, a squad member, elevated alongside Oscar Ruggieri, one of the 86 winners. In midfield, Juan Simon and Jose Basualdo. Jorge Burruchaga, perhaps not the force of 4 years ago. The same may be said, of course, of Diego Maradona. But they do have Pedro Troglio of Lazio in his home stadium, and Gustavo Dezzotti of Cremonese to support, and Carlos Bilardo, who has guided Argentina through against all the odds. Two of Serie A's biggest stars serving as captains, of course, Napoli's Maradona and Lothar Matthaus, now of Inter. West Germany's goalkeeper Bodo Illgner of Cologne in the great tradition. Andy Bremer, one of three Inter players. Jürgen Kohler, the Bayern centre-back, alongside clubmate Klaus Augenthaler, and Guido Buchwald of Stuttgart. Thomas Berthold of Roma in his home ground tonight. Leader and midfield powerhouse Matthaus, with the craftsman Thomas Hessler and Pierre Littbarski. And Rudi Voller, another Roma striker, in a formidable forward pairing with Jürgen Klinsmann, as Franz Beckenbauer seeks to win the FIFA World Cup as a coach after winning everything as a player. Only 8 goals conceded between them in the tournament in 12 matches. Argentina, efficient, if not ruthless defensively, get us underway. And an early touch or two for Diego Maradona, but they closed him down immediately. West Germany, a very model of efficiency, power and experience throughout the tournament. But can they find a way past one of the heroes of the tournament, Sergio Goycochea? They'd certainly, Clive, not have reached the final, Argentina, without his brilliance in those shootouts, I don't think.
Absolutely spectacular performances from Goycochea in goal for Argentina. I think that they're a really resolute team that are going to make it very difficult for West Germany to break them down today.
Quite so. They, in fact, have let in only 3. Thomas Hessler breaks forward. Jürgen Klinsmann of Inter. Wasn't the best cross. Rudi Voller, the Roma striker, knows every inch of the playing surface here in the Stadio Olimpico, of course, doesn't he, Clive?
Yeah, very much at home here is Voller, but it's going to be about that service into him. You see, just straying into the offside position as Klinsmann delivers the cross from the right-hand side. Just a brief example of the explosive pace and on the counter-attack that West Germany possess.
Argentina wary, no doubt. Bilardo, the ace tactician, has somehow charted his way through. And occasional glimpses of the brilliance up front of Burruchaga, and particularly Maradona, will always keep Argentina in the hunt if they can keep the opposition at bay by any means. Cerezuela of River Plate, forceful there.
Well, there's no doubt, Paul, for me that if Argentina are going to win this final, it is going to be maybe a moment of magic from Maradona.
Not quite as plentiful in this tournament as unforgettably in 1986. But of course his reputation precedes him, and a giant individual figure who has dominated so much of this World Cup. Some of it for obvious reasons, the Napoli superstar. Voller gets a free kick here. Edgardo Cordesel Mendes, the man in charge.
Just the start of what I'm sure he's expecting to receive. Some really tough tackling central defenders for Argentina. They're going to make it a difficult afternoon for Voller.
Andy Bremer. Oh, beautifully curled in, and the first big chance of this FIFA World Cup final is spurned, and spurned by Rudi Voller for West Germany.
Well, what a wonderful delivery this is from the left-hand side. Comes in with real pace Initially, he thought Klinsmann was going to get a header at that near post area, just flashes past him. Voller can't keep the half volley down. First chance, West Germany.
He was certainly taking his chances early in the tournament, in the games against Yugoslavia and UAE. Last touch of Hessler. And Burushaga fighting off the injuries throughout this tournament. He has made it at least to the final. We had the chance to watch them actually, Clive. Argentina in their final training session here, and to say it was gentle is perhaps even understating it. They took no chances.
Absolutely, they all wanted to be here in this game. Almost no tackling in that build-up to this final.
Switched inside by Basualdo, and he goes again here. That's a promising little bit of interplay. Burushaga was alert, but again West Germany double teaming against the key men. Augentalo's on the floor, but he's got the free kick.
Yeah, just a glimpse from Burushaga. Nice 1-2, gets in behind that German defence, but once again they close, very compact, difficult to penetrate. Augentalo at the heart of the three central defenders, Kohler and Buchwald.
He's actually decided to start the final, Burushaga, without the strapping on his knee, which has featured quite often in this tournament.
Paul, it's a World Cup final. You would do anything to be out there.
Hessler finds space, as he's so adept at doing. Litbarski back in the side, and the first connection between those two. Litbarski, of course, didn't play in the semi-final. Olaf Thon was the selection, but back in on the biggest day of all, and this is a very promising moment now for West Germany.
Well, bright from Litbarski, good 1-2 with Hessler. You can see he's just pulled, spins round on the edge of the D. Early shooting opportunity from West Germany here.
And so many options. Litbarski.
Bremer with his magnificent left foot. Matthaus, I'm sure, would maybe want to take this on.
Or Hessler. We could keep going, Clive, couldn't we? Early yellow.
I think it's Desotti that is the one who has picked up the yellow card early in this game. Can only be for just back chatting to the referee. That's a needless yellow card at this stage of a World Cup final.
Could the punishment be even greater here for Argentina? Litbarski seemingly set to knock it sideways for Andy Bremer. That is the plan. The Argentina wall did its bit, and very good follow-up defending. That's their DNA, isn't it? And Goycochea rescued it.
Good wall, solid wall. Bremer's hit was fierce, but the wall was strong. You can see here, compact, they don't move. And then out to press as the final shot goes in.
Sensini tried to thread it down the line.
Paul, 7 minutes in, and we really haven't seen Diego Maradona. Very little service to him. They've got to get the ball into him in that pocket between the lines.
And we haven't seen Bodo Illgner yet, West Germany's goalkeeper. We've seen more of their Kaiser than the goalkeeper.
Yeah, the great Franz Beckenbauer.
And even now, Klaus Augenthaler elects not to give it to the Cologne goalkeeper. Out to Thomas Berthold, another Roma player.
Really poor pass forward, and then no pressure at all on that West German rearguard.
Nicely collected by Klinsmann, again running the right side for West Germany. He hesitated and he found Voller. But again, the ball was rather behind him, Clive. But who am I? You're the expert in that position.
That's a very, very poor ball from Klinsmann. For Voller to turn that header on target, so difficult. Closely marked as well. having to really stretch the neck muscles to try to get this back on target. Very, very difficult to do.
Interesting, perhaps, the mindset of West Germany, Clive. We know how efficient they are, but they are so well prepared by Beckenbauer for the test of an Argentina side who will not come onto them with any kind of reckless abandon. West Germany surely need to understand that Argentina will say, we're going to wait and wait for our one moment.
Absolutely, but I think that Beckenbauer and his West German side are very disciplined. They're disciplined in keeping their shape. They won't be drawn. They won't be drawn out to give Argentina that one little opportunity, one glimmer where they may be able to counter against them. So disciplined, this group. Yes, they have conceded 5 goals leading up to this final, but you just wonder how Argentina are going to really break through against such a really compact defensive unit.
The heart of it, of course, is the combination of Augenthaler and Kohler from Bayern Munich. Basualdo, forward by Ruggeri, Burushaga, all got a little condensed.
Well, he's happy to drop very deep, Burushaga, playing in his own half as they're building up Argentina. He needs to be higher up. They need more support further up the field to really threaten this German defence.
Pizzotti, the number 9, gave it away. He's not had a very good start to the game one way or the other. Both the West Germany strikers were in there hunting for that one. Voller left on the deck.
Yeah, Bushrold with a magnificent run down the right-hand side to deliver. Just slightly high, once again, for Voller to get a decent header on target. There's the cross, you can see. An amazing leap from Voller, but he can't power that header down.
So Argentina negotiating their way through the early stages, cautiously, as many predicted. Pizzotti. Kohler shut him down completely.
Fantastic tackle, really well timed from Kohler, giving Pizzotti no time to hold the ball up, set the play, link the play with Maradona.
Bremer. Here goes Hessler. It's a lovely layoff to him. Can go both ways here, Thomas Hessler. He elects to come in on his right. Step over by Litbarski, who now receives it and hits it.
Really nice play from West Germany, from the Voller touch, the run by Hessler, the interplay, and Voller steps over this ball as it's played square, sets it back for the strike. It's a good hit, always rising.
Some of the build-up plays good, Clive, from
really
West Germany.
Clever, yeah. Libarski's step over, that understanding with Voller. Actually just starting to dip as it fizzes over the crossbar.
And plenty for the West Germany supporters to savour early on, but no breakthrough. For by Trollio. Burushaga, again from deep, as Clive says, and he's trying to weave a way through. There was a thicket of West Germany players all around him again. Litbarski finding so much room in the middle of the field. Here comes Bremer, goal scorer and goal maker in this tournament, and that might have been another one.
But brilliant the way they break play out, West Germany counter-attack quickly. Bremer's down the left, fizzes that cross in. Voller once again just can't get the contact required. Bremer's looking for him, he picks him out. It's a good delivery, but in the end it's just no contact. A real note from Voller. Ricochets off the defender, comfortable for Goyechea.
Here's another look at it, and it's Ruggeri, I think, Clive, who...
Yeah, just hits his knee.
Lesser men might have panicked there, actually.
Yeah, he's fortunate that it's soft. It sort of hits him on the thigh. And Goyechea alert once again. Reacts well, does the Argentinian keeper. But Voller, he's a threat. You can see they're looking to find him every opportunity they get into wide positions, West Germany.
Borussia won't get to that. A rare excursion forward for Oscar Ruggeri. A magnificent colossus 4 years ago for Argentina. So Boldo Ilda at last familiarises himself with the match ball, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, 13 minutes in before West Germany's keeper have really been brought into the action.
Thomas Hessler. Back to him by Buchwald. That got a bit tight. Buchwald again into Argentina territory. Very adept when he does so. Goes over. Argentina didn't think there was much in that, Clive.
Well, it's a tackle from behind. De Sotti's got to be careful. Earlier booked in the 5th minute. Running into the back of Buchwald. He's really aggressive when he picks the ball up, drives forward, draws that challenge. De Sotti's got to be careful.
Further out than their first free kick, and maybe West Germany will try to plot a different route this time. But Bremer's come across now, late on. May yet try and hit one. In fact, he went for the very difficult route there, dribbling through the entire Argentina defence. They don't push up very high, Argentina. Easy possession for West Germany. So many players with the talent to carve out clever passes, but that one to Thomas Berthold, slightly amiss.
Well, Argentina just dropped away, really prepared to defend that 18-yard line. No pressure from the crossfield ball. Berthold arriving on the right, but aimless diagonal pass.
Few could have expected them to try to change tonight, Clive. That's the way they've tried to work their way through the tournament. Narrow victories in the knockout stage over Brazil, the 0-0 with Yugoslavia, the penalty victory there. Italy did manage to score, but when required, Claudio Canigio was able to set Argentina on their way to this final.
Well, as you can see, Paul, they drop away into their own half. They're prepared to defend in numbers. Whenever the ball's played forward into the final third, there's really tight man marking close, but that seems to be the structure in which Bilardi has built this Argentina side. Maradona, first real signs of him, been very, very quiet in this opening 16 minutes.
Simon sensing danger on that far side. Berthold goes wrong again down the right.
Well, uncharacteristic of West Germany, just a little bit sloppy in possession, some passes that are going astray.
He may not be the same force quite, Maradona, but he knows what's required here. If he can draw fouls, create frustration, that may lead to opportunity.
And a moment of magic, you always know he's capable of that. They'll never shirk a challenge, the Argentinians. They will always try to make some sort of physical contact, if possible, whenever challenging. But again, we see West Germany unpressured in their own half with the ball. And this is where it tightens up, that man-for-man marking, the physical contact.
Borussia. That's better, tidier by Argentina. Nestor Lorenzo. Lorenzo kept going, and he used it well. Basualdo. It's in by De Sotти.
Well, some better, quicker passing.
Burushaga caught in possession. Lothar Matthaus was onto him, and Argentina now are stretched for the first time. Ruud Voller. Did he take too long? It looks like he did.
Well, just trying to step over in the 18-yard box. Once again, good defending from Argentina. They closed up, nearly caught when Burushaga was dispossessed on the halfway line. That counter, Matthaus driving forward quickly.
As well, though, couldn't force it through.
Good tackle, Bremer. This is a chance. Voller going one-on-one, looks for the little step over. In the end, brilliant defending from Simon.
Juan Simon of Boca Juniors. Lorenzo won't get to that.
Well, 20 minutes in, Paul, and Argentina have not got anywhere near West Germany's 18-yard box. I think that's just an indication of how strong, how compact, how disciplined they are. Just need to press higher, Argentina. West Germany are happy, in possession, controlled possession in their own half of the field.
And no problems at all tonight, West Germany finding the spaces. Maybe sometimes a bit too much time on the ball, as Buchwald there.
Absolutely, Paul. I think there's been a few examples of that. When they've been unpressured, they've been sloppy passes.
And in his haste there, rushing back, and of course Maradona's worthy of being closely watched at all times, but Buchwald making a challenge or two, which was borderline. The first was a free kick.
Well, the numbers of Germany players, West Germany players around Maradona when in possession of the ball. He's going to get frustrated with the close attentions of so many.
Klinsmann's used to it, of course. Did enough to earn a throw. It may not be the most stylish Argentina side that Bilardo has taken charge of. The swaggering World Cup winners of 4 years ago in that marvellous final against West Germany. This is a team cut from different cloth. But they're there again, and they intend to win it by any means if they can. Matthaus, that may have been more of a shot than a cross.
Yeah, I think it's a tempting shot from Matthaus. Gets it out of his feet. Just wanted to try to test Goycochea, but Voller was offside as that ball fizzed through the 18-yard box. It wasn't when it was struck.
Memories of the thunderbolt he unleashed in West Germany's first game against Yugoslavia. But by and large, Argentina keeping West Germany's many threats quiet.
And they'll be happy about that, Paul. 0-0 scoreline.
De Totti does run hard. That's one plus up front from this young man.
He doesn't shirk a challenge either, Paul. He's got to be careful, having picked up that yellow card in the 5th minute.
Objective to make it an unpleasant night for this man, Jürgen Kohler. Claudio Caniggia right in the middle of the Argentina bank of substitutes, not in the final lineup. A player who's contributed so greatly to them getting here. Thomas Hessler. Basualdo in front of him. Burushaga had a little nibble at him. Now Bertolt. Didn't want to cross it that time. They again tried to play their way through.
Yeah, Libarski with a poor layoff there as Bertolt comes inside for the return.
Matthaus, that's a great cross. And Voller, oh, that's 2, 3, 4 attempts to attack the ball in the box, Clive.
Yeah, but this is one of quality because it's in front of him. He can throw himself at it. He'll be disappointed that he hasn't headed that. The diving header whipped cross in front of Voller, perfect for him to throw himself at it. In the end, the header's way wide, but that is a chance. First good chance for Ruud Voller.
Kohler told to get on with it. Troglio. More used to wearing the blue of Lazio in this stadium, of course, Pedro Troglio. Sensini of Udinese. Early into Litbarski. Not even Litbarski claiming the free kick. It is West Germany ball.
Well, there was a boot on ball, but I think there was a boot on his instep as well that might well have torn the laces of Litbarski. He's had to readdress that right boot.
Surely West Germany need to keep on keeping the tempo as high as possible, Clive. That's how to wear out this Argentina defence, isn't it?
Yeah, and in particular the way that they're dropping off. They are closing when West Germany enter the final third. They've got to keep moving this ball quickly.
Hessler didn't cross it that time. Pierre Litbarski. Bremer's waiting and waiting for a pass which didn't come, and instead he tried to thread it into the penalty box. Nothing doing. That eludes De Zotti.
Well, there's just been a number of opportunities for West Germany with that final pass of quality into the 18-yard box, but into their teammates' feet that have gone astray, and their move has broken down. Vital moments in this World Cup final where West Germany have had chances, but a lack of quality in that final third has cost them.
Who knows, Clive? One might be enough against this Argentina side, given the profile of Argentina's results throughout the tournament.
Yeah, as you said, they're not a team that concede easily. West Germany will know that. But also they have the discipline and mentality to keep going in the same manner.
Hessler.
When you play a World Cup final, Paul, you're 25 minutes in, your goalkeeper has not even been tested. You have to be growing in confidence. West Germany dominating possession, but just not created the chances that good play up to the final third.
Litbarski down.
Paul, it's what you expect. That ball's played forward into your feet. You're coming off and away from your defender, but you know there's going to be close attentions. You know there's going to be a challenge. That was exactly the case there. Sensini catching the back of Litbarski's legs.
De Zotti, he took that well, but he didn't use it very well.
Well, he's just trying to knock it past Kohler and run into the space. In the end, Kohler was in a very good defensive position. He anticipated exactly what De Zotti was going to do and cut out that pass forward that he was hoping to run onto.
We've mentioned the very strong club connections for several West Germany players plying their trade in Italy these days. Same is true of Argentina, of course. Many in Italy have taken them to their hearts, despite the heartbreaking defeat in the semi-final and, of course, the Maradona effect. Electrifying parts of Italy. Napoli's talisman, leader, and something that Maradona very cleverly worked to Argentina's advantage in the PR game throughout this tournament. So they're not friendless here in Rome.
Ruud, just the only way he can stop that ball progressing is to stick out that left hand. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's not going to allow Klinsmann to turn there and run at goal. Should be a yellow card for me, Paul, I'm afraid.
Is Kohler going to be required to get hands on this? No. Excellently defended once more by Argentina. And the thing about this Argentina side, Clive, is they can keep doing this for as long as they need to. Maradona just punts it forward, applying his considerable skill set to the team.
Paul, it's their game management. They believe in it, they get results by it, and certainly they'll be happy to have that clean sheet after nearly half an hour's play in this World Cup final.
Lovely ball on the angle by Alcantara, but again Argentina ready. Thomas Hessler, who's such an imaginative force, not dominating play, and moments like that, Clive, where it gets a bit untidy from West Germany.
Yeah, and it will be frustrating for West Germany, and certainly Franz Beckenbauer will not like the number of loose passes that they've made to this point. Unforced errors.
Could Argentina create something? Dezzotti forces a throw. Cognoscenti of football from every single walk of life, of course, at the FIFA World Cup final. And a shot there of the great Pavarotti, who has made his own very special contribution. That looked perilously close to offside, I must say, but Lorenzo allowed to go on. And here is Maradona. He floats one in there. First little glimpse. And that's a very good win back by Basualdo, but there was a little pullback before that.
Yeah, good interplay down the left side. Maradona delivering the cross. No one able to get on the end of it. First time really that German defence have been tested in their own 18-yard box.
So, Argentina free kick. Surely too far out even for Maradona to test Ilgner. What does the maestro have in mind? Firm header, excellent header by Buchwald. Second header was won by Basualdo, however. Argentina denied in the end by Andy Bremer.
But once again, that straight delivery, Paul, going to be very, very difficult. Kohler, Alcantara and Buchwald so strong and powerful in the air. The heart of that West German defence.
Hessler. Bremer. Bit more width in this West Germany build-up play. They found more spaces up the field. The final pass couldn't quite thread through from Hessler, but now Berthold, normally such an excellent crosser of the ball, Clive, but it's not really happening so far in this final for Thomas Berthold.
Well, this time they work the ball wide into Berthold on that right-hand side. He's looking to try and just whip that ball into the 6-yard box, into the near post area as Rudi Voller makes the run. Really is a poor cross by his standards.
Picked ahead of Stefan Reuter.
But no change, Paul, in the way that Argentina are playing this game. They're quite happy. They'll drop off into their own half. They'll defend in numbers. They'll allow West Germany really unpressured controlled possession in their own half.
Nothing on that scoreboard at the far end of the stadium as Goycochea looked. Nothing except the mascot for the tournament, as identifiable as Pavarotti, who we saw a glimpse of earlier.
Maradona's not happy. He's penalised there for pinning back Buchwald as that ball's played towards him. It was actually nowhere near Maradona being able to control it. Buchwald stood his ground and Maradona was penalised.
We know not to write him out of the script, however, Clive, don't we?
At our peril, Paul.
Hessler got to the line, but Goycochea read it perfectly. To think that Goycochea arrived here as the backup goalkeeper. What a tournament from him. "32 minutes of very tense final. Very few clear sights of the target for West Germany. None at all for Argentina. Burruchaga. That was an awful mistake by a player of his quality. But the quality of crossing is letting Argentina off the hook.
Absolutely. One of their real strong points is the quality of cross.
Klinsmann.
That has been absent from West Germany.
Klinsmann's wasn't much better, was it? Excellent win that. Buchwald. Happy to come out and play. Not a lot of pressure, of course, on that West Germany back line with the insurance policy of Augenthaler and Kohler. Litbarski. West Germany fans with a few olays. This is better. It's Litbarski. Easily seen off by Basualdo.
Yeah, good defending from Basualdo. It was clever, intricate play. Hassler and Litbarski trying to combine. But once again, just sloppy in that 18-yard box with West Germany, whether it be a poor cross or an extra touch that has cost them.
And Augenthaler did so well to cover Kohler there. Now Berthold, short this time from him. Might have collected that, actually. Back West Germany go. Matthaus sweeps it out to Bremer.
Paul, they're very much in control of this final of West Germany, but they don't have a lead. They haven't created a really clear-cut opportunity.
Hopefully that attempted swipe missed Hessler's right in front of the referee.
Yeah, Tregolle, it really was. He jumped into the challenge. Hessler was very, very bright to get out the way of it.
West Germany retain possession. That's obviously the first priority, Clive. But
comfortably as well, Paul. There's 4 or 5 West Germany players in their own half when in possession of the ball that are unpressured. Very, very comfortable game for them so far, but it's higher up the field where they've let themselves down.
Troglio is a player who can see a pass. Maybe he could have something to say. We know about the greatness of Maradona. They do have players who can change the game in their favour.
And that's why, Paul, they play in this manner. Berthold again, another crossing opportunity, poor delivery, although he wins the corner. I think a little shake of the head from Franz Beckenbauer. He knows that his side have not produced the type of quality he knows they're capable of.
Bremer. I think it was Dezzotti.
It's the centre forward back there defending, helping his fellow defenders out to clear Bremer's shot.
Burushaga. That's a much better ball, and now West Germany turned around for the first time in the game. Augenthaler was across. Argentina do have the chance to bring men forward, however. Basualdo is one of them. He looked for a free kick on the edge of the box and he got one. And I'll say it right now, Clive, it shapes up perfectly for Diego Armando Maradona here.
Yeah, it was very, very clever from Basualdo. Chest control, and he knew the challenge was coming. Just knocked it away. Drew the foul. Angle perfect for Maradona. Clever here, look, way he just toes it away from Buchwald as he comes out. Physical contact, free kick given. Well, they haven't had a chance, boy, have they? Argentina have not created in free play a chance, but Maradona, free kick from this sort of area.
Lest we forget, he did decide the semi-final. Bodo Illgner, West Germany's goalkeeper, has had nothing to do so far.
The West German wall probably about 8 yards away from that ball where it's placed.
Surely Maradona will try and test Illgner. He does try to.
Yeah, a little frustrated is Diego Maradona. Very few touches in this first half. This is his first opportunity, chance to hit the target. And he'll be really disappointed with the way he's executed that.
The caption says it all. Watched by his World Cup winning coach. Of course, I don't think we've enough space on our caption if we go to Beckenbauer on the other side. All that Beckenbauer's know-how may well come in useful, very useful indeed, to reset, reprogram West Germany at half-time if it goes on like this. Hessler is carved down.
Well, gliding with the ball is Hessler, and he draws the challenge from Simon, who jumps into, try to dispossess. You can see here, out of range, nowhere near the ball. Really poor challenge from Simon.
Very similar position to Maradona's free kick moments ago at the other end. Bremer one option. He tends to hit them with power, doesn't he?
Left-footed Bremer.
Looks like that was the idea.
Stubbing that toe, Paul, each time always gives you an indication that he's the man who's ready to strike it.
Here he goes. And again, first rate by Argentina in the defensive side of the game. Basualdo, brilliant.
Basualdo, he's out, and he's probably about 5 yards from the ball as it's struck by Bremer, but again, brave, making sure he gets his body in the line of the shot. Goycochea's had a quiet evening by his standards as well. He'll be happy. He'll be patting a few backs as he goes in at half-time if it stays like this.
Found Totti. And he helped find Maradona. Gets his head up. That's a great ball by Maradona. And a very good take by Totti, who made another of those good runs of his forward. Just for a moment there was concern for West Germany.
And it came from Maradona, didn't it? Brilliant control, close control, and then wonderful vision to clip that ball into the path of Totti.
Clipped down the line by Ruggeri. Lorenzo gave up on the argument, which was a good thing, but appears to have done enough to win a throw. Or better again, a free kick. Don't think West Germany are particularly impressed by that. So Lorenzo now.
It just gives Argentina a chance to push players forward.
Basualdo takes over from Lorenzo as the seconds drift by. Not very expansive by Argentina. So wary of West Germany on the counter-attack, however.
Well, as soon as that ball, they lose possession of that ball, you can see all Argentinian players are worried about is running back, getting back into their defensive shape. They're not even engaging the ball in the West German half.
Asking West Germany to come at them, asking West Germany to create, asking West Germany to show ideas and precision, and by their standards in this half, West Germany have been a little off. Maybe the size of the game, the importance, of course, of this occasion. It's a once-in-a-lifetime moment for so many of these players, even though most of them are superstars.
Well, it's been here in that final third where they haven't had that quality and efficiency that we know that they are capable. I think that's going to be the message from Franz Beckenbauer at half-time.
Bremer shaped to throw it long, and then West Germany again go around Argentina rather than attempting to go through them quickly, Clive.
But that's just the numbers, Paul, the numbers that Argentina string across the 18-yard box.
Rather in frustration there, Buchwald decided to have a hit. It was never on.
And immediately, as soon as he shapes the hit, there's pressure. They come out, Argentina, they're prepared to block shots.
Hessler now. Well, that looked a more promising one, but both the strikers were very close together there, weren't they?
They were close together, and there was an attack in the space between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box, which Hessler delivered that cross into.
Zarzuela. Argentina gave that away rather cheaply. Andy Bremer. into Litbarski. Turns. Steers a course carefully. Sideways again, however. Now they ask Hessler to have a look at the options. He picks out Augenthaler. Ball over the top. He's out of play. Job done again by Argentina.
Yeah, nice and compact, forcing the longer diagonal ball, which Hessler can't get onto. You just sense the body language of one or two of the West German players. It is of frustration. They know they've dominated possession, but haven't been able to create a clear-cut chance in this opening 45 minutes.
Litbarski. Time now short for West Germany. Borushaga. Argentina, of course, I think will also have one eye on the clock now, Clive. Happily taking this to half-time. Here's Maradona, who's good enough to keep the ball until the whistle blows, of course. Gave a nice little pass.
Yeah, great feet.
Here's Troglio. Dezzotti. It was promising for a moment there. Basualdo. Oh, and Ildner has to backtrack quickly.
Just keeping his goalkeeper alive, I think, there. Buchwald hooked that ball back towards Ildner. Probably didn't mean it to be on target, but I think that's Argentina's first effort.
Well into stoppage time. Buchwald. Picks up the tempo here, Guido Buchwald. Cross is blocked. And a little arm off by Rudi Voller.
Yeah, he's just pushing, as the referee is showing everybody. Deflected cross, and there was a stray arm from Rudi Voller.
Ruggieri back on his feet. The look from Voller says it all, really, for West Germany, I think, in this first half. They knew what Argentina were going to offer. It was up to West Germany to create the chances. They have not been able to do that. 0-0. Voller and Klinsmann kept quiet by Argentina in the first half of this FIFA World Cup final here in Rome. A blank for West Germany. Not that they've been particularly free scoring, of course, throughout the knockout stage. 2-1 against the Netherlands, 1-0 against Czechoslovakia, 1-1 in Turin against England. An edgy support for West Germany here. They fear that Argentina may yet have a lethal strike in them against the odds.
Yeah, game plan in that first half that worked well for Bilardi and his team.
Now Litbarski, that's a bit more lively. What a great start to the half that would have been.
Well, that's positive. That's quality from Litbarski, the way he weaves his way through a number of challenges. He has the shooting opportunity, but doesn't hit the target. Strikes it well, but just slightly wide. Quality, left, right foot control. The opportunity to strike. Good hit. Just a fraction wide of Goycochea's upright.
Thunder clouds above the hills around Rome late into the evening. Maradona.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. His fast feet, sensational.
Still capable of a lightning bolt. Quick in play. The tempo has gone up, I think, since half-time.
Yeah, I'm sure that Franz Beckenbauer would have had some words about the lack of quality from West Germany in the final third.
Very loose pass by Berthold, however. Dessotti's running has been a bit of a problem for West Germany's defenders.
Well, he's been a lone striker for Argentina when those balls have been played forward.
Gabriel Calderon limbering up. Here's Alcantara. Used to nervy finals, of course, so many of these West Germany players in particular. This is becoming one of those.
But having been there, Paul, I think that certainly will help. The longer this game goes, the tighter and the more pressure that builds towards the end of a World Cup final, that experience can be invaluable.
How it all exploded into memorable end-to-end all-out attack for a while in the final 4 years ago. In Mexico, the country of record these days of Edgardo Codesal Mendes, the referee.
He joined in the action there as Matthaus that was caught in the end by Troglio.
So Bremer's free kick. All the way through and over the top on the back post. For once Argentina left a man free. The man was Berthold, but he couldn't score.
Well, a difficult cross to deal with for Berthold, because it just bounces about 2 yards in front of him. Good delivery in behind that Argentinian defence. The bounce there, keeping that header down, is very, very difficult skill. And Berthold just comes off the top of his head, up and over that crossbar, but what a chance. A good delivery, a good cross, one of the first that certainly West Germany have been able to execute in this game.
Just signs that they are a bit more forceful here, West Germany. Hessler beginning to dictate a bit more, and he won the ball back well. Bremer more positive. Voller
More
denied.
physical contact for Voller.
That was Pedro Monzon, the half-time substitute. Bremer again, and it's another great ball!
And Paul, this time it should be in the back of the net, because it is a carbon copy of the one that Berthold got on. This time Voller at full stretch, can't volley, right foot volley on target. Undefendable that. Defenders going back towards their own goal, they don't want to touch it. Ruud Voller throws himself at it, but can't keep the volley down.
Clive, is it telling that the man Monzon replaced, Oscar Ruggeri, is not out there anymore?
All of a sudden, you just finding space are the West German strikers, but the quality of the cross has gone up immensely in this second period.
West Germany surely know they cannot leave it to chance late on against an Argentina side that still possesses Maradona. One moment late on and he could win it. How well tidied up.
They can't get out, Paul. They can't get any controlled possession, Argentina. The pressure at the start of this second half is incessant from West Germany. They've almost upped to gear. They're taking the game to Argentina. Their quality, their movement, their determination in this second period has been far stronger.
Litbarski and Hessler being given more ball earlier by West Germany, asked by Beckenbauer and West Germany to go on and create the chances. It's all more forceful, but Argentina must not be overlooked. Individual levels of ability are so very high, whatever one may think of their mentality. And of course they have this man. And he keeps it. And he's cut off on the halfway line, and Argentina have a free kick and a chance to lift the pressure building from West Germany.
He does brilliantly, does Maradona. In the end, I think there's 4 West German players surrounding him. He's holding his left wrist. I think it's Ruud Voller coming back that crashes into him. And I think he might be getting a card for that, Paul.
I think it will be Voller. Matthaus goes to plead his case in vain.
Well, forwards should never come back and make challenges, and Ruud Voller, especially when you're confronted with Diego Maradona. You can see he jumps into the side of Diego Maradona, catches him.
Andy Bremer takes the law into his own hands. Meantime, Argentina set to make their second change. We saw Calderon warming up. Not that one needs to warm up, particularly on this steamy Roman night, but it's going to be the end for Jorge Borushaga, the player who clinched victory gloriously 4 years ago. Sadly, he's fought gallantly against injury throughout this campaign, but he's off now. Calderon of PSG is on.
And Diego Maradona is okay, unsurprisingly. I think Bremer took a dislike for the stretcher come on. It might run down a few valuable seconds, Paul.
Wasn't a good first touch by Calderon either, Clive. The flag is up. It wouldn't have counted, but again, it was not a great cross from Bertolt.
Bertolt's had 4 or 5 opportunities to cross into decent areas. You just sense the body language of Klinsmann and Voller in that central area, a little bit frustrated. They keep making the runs. There's been no quality delivery from that right side from West Germany.
I wonder how long Beckenbauer will keep patience with Bertolt. Maybe the thought process, Clive, this is his home ground. He'll feel comfortable here tonight. It has not shown itself, has it?
No, it hasn't. I wouldn't be surprised if a change might be afoot from Franz Beckenbauer and West Germany.
More than one from the look of it. That is Calderon. Succeeds in his mission to win a free kick, and Hester tells him not from there. West Germany need to be careful. They're getting frustrated, understandably in some respects, by Argentina's approach. Maradona. Litbarski, that's a nice little toe to Hessler. Matthaus over the top and into space for Jurgen Klinsmann. Argentina in retreat. Lorenzo can't get to him, but Klinsmann can't find his strike partner Voller.
Again, Klinsmann cross behind Voller.
Voller persisted. It's Litbarski.
Well, it's fabulous work from Voller. Poor cross from Klinsmann. He chases it down, manages to retrieve the ball and feed Litbarski. In the end, he's trying to wind that ball. Wonderful work here from Ruud Voller. Clever, quick pass into Litbarski now. He's weighing it up, trying to wind that ball into the far corner. Scoops it high and wide.
It's better from West Germany, but the sum of it all, Clive, here we are, 0-0, and still Goicoechea has not really had a proper save to make.
And for Argentina, the game plan is working perfectly to this point.
Going the other way, the game plan must be for West Germany to prevent Maradona from having a moment, because even now, that's all it could take.
Well, I think every time you see Maradona, you see the close attentions of Bushfield. He's very, very close. Man marking him all over the field.
Nicely gathered in by Bertolt. Followed his own first pass. Lothar Matthaus. Not a great touch by Matthaus, but he's still got the cross in.
Well, Klinsmann's rolling around. Matthaus delivered the cross. Good defensive work, making sure he didn't get a clean header. He's now picking himself up off the floor.
Hessler beat a couple, but no more. Bremer forced back. Buchwald. Maradona drops off to defend, with only partial success, if truth is told. Must be another West Germany free kick here. It's a rugged, risky challenge by Simon.
But Monzon, the close attentions on Klinsmann. He can't head the ball, but he makes sure he gets physical contact, not allowing Klinsmann the free header.
A model of resolve defensively, Argentina, but they're being more stretched, put under a little bit more pressure individually, and space is opening up. Alcantara went down. Alcantara might have scored. West Germany get nothing.
Well, does Goycochea get any sort of touch on Alcantara? He finds himself free on that left-hand side, controls the ball, cuts back onto his favoured right boot. Goycochea makes a challenge. Now, does he get any contact on Alcantara? Good touch here from the big centre-half, pulls it down. Now, he's going to go back onto his favoured right side. Goycochea pulls out of it. He does well, the goalkeeper. And the referee's right, no penalty for me.
It's a better game now. Argentina struggling to get over the halfway line, however. Calderon gets to it. Gets the ball to Maradona under extremely close attention, as Clive has rightly said. If he drops off Maradona, Buchfeld immediately goes to him.
He follows him. He's following him everywhere. It's almost the first challenge on Maradona is always going to be from Buchfeld. He's detailed to man mark him, stay tight, not allow him any space whatsoever to be in possession of the ball.
I think Alcantara and Kohler in particular very grateful for that, Clive.
Oh yeah, you take care of that. You keep him under your guidance. Don't allow him to come forward.
Klinsmann, none the worse. On he goes. Another nervy ball from Bertolt, I'm afraid. Rescued this time by his captain, Matthaus. Matthaus says, have another go. That's a bit better. Hessler first time. Not accurate enough. Klinsmann can't rescue that.
Yeah, really poor, too deep, and certainly giving Klinsmann and Voller no opportunity to attack the cross.
Again, halfway line is about the limit of Argentina's perspective at this juncture in the game. Two changes already by Beckenbauer's opponent, Bilador. West Germany beginning to press with more conviction.
Would have been far more energetic in this second half, far more progressive in terms of getting the ball quickly forward into crossing positions. Certainly worked this right hand side very, very well, West Germany, without the end product.
Litbarski. Set move. And Goycochea gets down. What a brilliant goal it would have been from Bremer.
Very, very clever, because Argentina had come up on force, en masse from that defensive position. The ball cut back to Bremer to volley with that wonderful left foot of his, and he gets it on target. Goycochea had to be smart to turn it round.
Litbarski. Goycochea comes for that as well. Only half a punch. Buchfeld tried to create a little bit of magic, Maradona-like, really, on the edge of the box there.
Yeah, centre-half back-heeling it in the 18-yard box. But again, the numbers of Argentinian defenders scramble it away.
Honourably, Matthaus puts the ball out of play. One of those defenders down on the ground.
I think it's Maradona. He was caught as he hooked the ball clear.
Voller respectfully accepts Maradona's version of events here.
No, it's that man Buchfeld who's following it, Maradona all over. He just lifts that left arm and catches him.
In fairness to Maradona, a reminder of the immense physical punishment he takes.
Oh, he's been accustomed to it. He's just a man that is almost impossible to stop.
But can they keep on stopping West Germany, who have improved significantly here? Build-up play was brilliant again, but the finish lacking again.
Yeah, the chance
now is a problem.
A chance Goycochea is calling for treatment, but a great opportunity for Rudi Voller. A right foot sweeping volley was created for him there. He'll be so disappointed that he hasn't got that shot on target. He's gone down on his knees and it's a cut just under his eye, Paul.
Taking a breather, he's been under more pressure.
It might well have been when he come to punch that ball that came into the 6-yard box that he was caught. Well, he's not had a lot to do. I think coming into a World Cup final, this is the clever free kick. Libarski cuts the ball back on the volley for Bremer to hit. Tees it up nicely, and it's well struck. And he had to make sure he turned it round in Goykachier, because that could have easily crept into that bottom corner.
Headed by Kohler. Second one is a free kick.
Yeah, there was a couple of high boots there, and I think it might well have been Diego Maradona that this time has just given Bushveld a reminder that he's going to look after himself.
Very well spotted, Clive.
Yep, there's a nice little battle brewing there, Paul. I've got to say, Diego's learned to look after himself over the years.
Argentina as a collective have learned how to survive in games like this. They are under pressure now, and the spaces are opening up for West Germany. Here goes Klinsmann. That is cynical in the extreme.
Dreadful,
Monzo.
dreadful tackle.
The half-time substitute, and he's sent off in a FIFA World Cup final. He becomes the first man ever to walk off, sent off in the final in the history of the game. A terrible tackle.
I think the referee's absolutely right the way he jumps into this challenge. You see that right boot. All he's trying to do is make contact with Jurgen Klinsmann. That's exactly what the substitute Monzon does. He can have no complaints about the nature of the challenge, and he made contact with Klinsmann's left boot there. Awful, awful challenge. Referee absolutely right to issue the red card.
Finally, Argentina's discipline cracks. They must address it immediately. It's going to be so hard down to 10 now.
Look, the ball's played. He's nowhere near playing the ball. His intention is to catch Klinsmann. That's exactly what he does. And the red card is right.
West Germany better in the second half, and surely now even bigger belief in their support that the game is swinging their way. Argentina very good with their backs to the wall. That is most certainly the case in this World Cup final now.
Well, defensively they've been solid, but now the questions are going to be asked, can they hold their resolve? And that is a really awful challenge from Monzon. He deserves to be walking.
I think in his quieter moments he would probably concur once the blood cools.
Well, a massive opportunity now for West Germany to get this job done. They've dominated the game, Paul, without really creating clear-cut chances. And this man, Monzon, has just given them a massive advantage now.
And Clive, they were already starting to stretch Argentina, weren't they? Especially down that right side.
Yeah, they worked that right side well in this second half.
That's where the free kick and the restart comes from. Matthaus. It's cleared by Lorenzo, but not far. And from reasonably far out, Bremer tries again. Goykachier not required to save, but what a fine hit with his other foot.
Yeah, his right foot just shows that he can play off of both sides. When that ball comes out to him, takes the touch with his favoured left, but not afraid to strike with the right. Goykachier, you can see, was comfortable in letting it drift wide.
Free kicks tonight from Bremer with his left foot, if memory serves, Clive, but he can take set pieces with both.
and never afraid to strike as well from distance.
Littbarski wins this latest free kick. Argentina have offered nothing in the attacking sense.
Boy, they're never going to open up, Paul, were they? Troglio with a really poor challenge, nowhere near playing the ball. And certainly there's going to be no change to their game plan. One man light, going to defend right to the end. Will they even be thinking of trying to take this into extra time and penalties?
A well-trodden path for Argentina. Bremer moving the ball more quickly. West Germany stretching Argentina more often. Basualdo sees off Littbarski for the moment. Bremer thought about the long throw on a couple of occasions in the first half. Here it comes now. Two great heads of the ball, they're strikers, of course. Offside.
Offside given as Jürgen Kliman throws himself to the floor as the ball's helped back behind that Argentinian defence. Rudi Voller's the man who's offside. It's a long 20 minutes, Paul, for Argentina to hold out, but a big 20 minutes for West Germany if they want to win this World Cup in normal time.
The prize of a lifetime, of course. All the players involved will go as deep as needed to try to claim the victory at the end of a stamina-sapping tournament. Extraordinary levels of commitment, fitness, will, all demanded. But will a moment of quality win this final? We shall see. Klinsmann, the quality so much better from West Germany. On by Littbarski.
Paul, the passing's crisper, the movements certainly, they're far more energetic, West Germany.
Lothar Matthaus maybe thought about a hit there. Bremer. Argentina have to measure their distances even more carefully now with only 10 out there to do the defending.
Well, De Sotti's back there now as well, defending.
Berthold made a little progress. That was a very, very well-timed challenge by Simon.
And it had to be in the 18-yard box once again, well-timed, but you've got to admire this Argentinian team. A man like their belief and their resilience, even in the untold pressure that they're coming under. Fantastic defensive display to this point, and a game plan that's working.
Alcantara. Just a little reminder that if they were to give the ball away, Argentina could yet strike.
Oh, that's what they're waiting for. Can they win themselves a free kick now, a set piece that might be productive? Can they just capitalise on a German defensive mistake?
I mentioned the big game pedigree of so many of these West Germany players at club level, of course, Clive, and patience is one of their greatest virtues.
Yeah, and that's why they're winners, Paul, because they know what they're coming up against, they know what they've got to overcome.
That may be against Klinsmann here, I think. And you know what? He didn't even argue.
No, he doesn't. Well, it's not been an easy night for the Mexican referee, but I do think he's got that big call right. It was a horrific challenge by Monzon. Franz Beckenbauer maybe just thinking to change his team that could affect the outcome of this game.
He's talking to Stefan Reuter. Reuter would normally go in down the right side, of course, where Berthold has had his problems.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the change from Franz Beckenbauer. The service from that side, particularly from Berthold, has not been what has been required.
Especially given the space that they've had on that side of the field, as again here. Hessler. On by Matthaus. Matthaus is becoming increasingly influential, isn't he? Bremer.
What defending that is. Klinsmann attacking it. Two players committed to getting on the end of the cross.
So attention on the Argentina man down, but attention on the touchline as well, where it is to be. Stefan Reuter from Bayern Munich. And he does indeed replace Thomas Berthold.
Well, can he make the difference? Reuter with a delivery from that right side. Well, Paul, that's what you have to do. You have to put your body on the line sometimes. Bremer's cross. Klinsmann attacking it. Good header.
Nestor Lorenzo. They need everybody, Argentina. On we go with Bremer's throw.
Well, Paul, they've only conceded 3, as you said, right at the beginning of this game. Argentina on their route to this final. Can they maintain that? It's an outstanding defensive record.
The thing is, they believe they can do it again, Clive, because of that.
Voller hits the deck.
It's all rather letting Argentina off the hook, isn't it?
Absolutely, Paul. He's playing into their hands. Because what they don't do is lose their belief in the way that they're going about it, the way that they're defending, the challenges that they're making, the belief that they have that they can keep that all-important clean sheet.
Still, West Germany exude confidence on and off the field. Argentina have looked desperate at times, but their determination never wavers. Kohler got away with that a little bit. A lot of whistle in this phase of the game. West Germany need to pick it up. They were impressive. Now they're going to have to come back. Rolling ball.
Yeah, and this just plays into Argentina's hands, Paul, as well. Disrupting the game, the flow of the game. The momentum is taken away from West Germany.
West Germany, mighty impressive for the first, 15-20 minutes of this second half, Clive, when they moved it more quickly. They started to find some spaces, but now Argentina start to sense the finish line, at least to the 90 minutes.
Yeah, and they're just digging in, aren't they? They're keeping that discipline.
Could they yet break out? Maradona is stopped in his tracks, fairly. Reuter out to the right. Carefully watched by Buchwald.
I'm not sure they're going to be able to go through that central area, West Germany. They're going to have to work the ball wide and then find that telling cross that's going to make the difference.
Sensini examines the options.
I think the crowd know exactly what Argentina are playing for as well, Paul. The lull in the game just indicates that it's working to this point for Argentina.
All the Italian fans here in the Stadio Olimpico will have a sense of football history repeating itself after the semi. If it goes on like this, they dragged it out against Italy. It's a clever ball by Maradona. Just a little reminder. And Argentina get a corner. Kohler.
Well, Germany want an offside decision given. Kohler was the one who made the challenge. But the corner's won. Could this be the chance for Argentina?
So West Germany, almost for the first time in the half, have to defend in their own box.
Certainly defending their first corner of this second half.
It's taken by Calderon. There's not a lot of pace on it. And Buchwald, who's had a magnificent final so far, got half the job done at least. Now Argentina look for a penalty.
Well, I think Calderon slips. There's a closing down from Matthaus. His left boot slips as he tries to get onto the loose ball.
No way forward for Buchwald. Bremer. Will West Germany's nerve hold? From what we know of these players, Clive, the answer must be yes.
I just think physically they're very strong as well.
Reuter with a good ball in, but Argentina repel them once more, and indeed you're better than that because they win a free kick.
Yeah, I think Klinsmann's the one who's penalised there. This is the, I think, slip from the left boot of Calderon as Matthaus closes him down. Referee in a great position, good decision. Probably does feel some contact, but as he tries to go to the loose ball, over he goes and that left boot slips.
Whether they play well or not very well, Argentina always believe.
Well, Paul, there's different ways to win games, and this is an Argentinian team that know how to get the job done in various ways. Maradona penalised for just pressing into the back of Buchwald once again. It's been a running battle all evening long.
Alcantara. On by Reuter to Thomas Hessler. Argentina try to send him to the side. And Argentina now, the 10 men will shuffle across. Say to West Germany, are you really good enough to play through us?
Well, that's the thing, Paul. You can see the numbers that are strung, the width of the 18-yard box. Very, very difficult for Germany to thread anything through there. Have to work it wide and find that telling cross.
Jürgen Kohler, of all people, from distance.
But Calderon out quickly. Soon as he anticipates that Kohler's going to set to shoot, he's out to block that attempt.
Not many goalkeepers can have had a quieter time in a FIFA World Cup final than Bodo Illgner so far, Clive, in this one.
I think he's probably touched the ball 3, maybe 4 times.
And we're into the last 10 minutes in the Stadio Olimpico. As an out-and-out footballing contest, maybe not the greatest. But in a tournament which has captured and captivated us from the first minute, we're going to go very much to the last minute. The whistle had gone, none of that would have counted.
Offside. Hassler with a shot. I think it might have been Voller and Klinsmann offside when that attempt went in. As Fuller's the one who's in the offside position. Cool and as calm as you like is Franz Beckenbauer. He believes that his West German machine are going to go on and win this World Cup.
A reassuring presence.
Absolutely.
Helps if you've been there, of course. Whose name's on it this time? We still don't know. Basualdo. Short corner. Kohler got a good header on that. Argentina ventured forward, unlike them in this second half really, but Calderon very, very quick to recover position.
Yeah, poor touch from Hassler. It was an opportunity. 3 West German players in with a chance of being released by Hassler. His touch let him down.
Matthaus on the drive. They look toward the referee. The decision is penalty to West Germany with only 7 minutes to play. Now Argentina are in danger of losing composure here completely.
I think Charlio's the one who's picked up the first yellow card for remonstrating with the referee. Matthaus, wonderful ball into the run of Voller. The challenge is a poor one, you see, not playing the ball, plays Ruud Voller, pushes him to the ground. I think that's a good decision from the referee.
In the eye of the storm, most certainly. Ruud Voller on his home club ground hits the ground hard, but it's enough to convince the referee.
And it's poor defending from Sensini. He comes across, he's never going to play the ball, but he makes sure that he makes contact with Ruud Voller. He crashes into him, and I think the referee's got it absolutely right.
Maradona will try and extend the argument further. Meantime, Nestor Lorenzo went to his goalkeeper, Goicoechea, and said, "Come on, you've done it for us already in this tournament. You can do it again." Bremer knows that the weight of all West Germany's hopes are on his shoulders here now, against a goalkeeper who's been magnificent.
He's been magnificent in this tournament, but this is a moment. He's not been really troubled this evening in this World Cup final, but what a big moment this is in where the World Cup might end up.
It's been quite a wait for Andreas Bremer, quite a wait for West Germany to reclaim the FIFA World Cup, but could this be the moment that sets them on their way? Bremer scores in the corner! The greatest moment of his career. How cool that he took it. Goicoechea could not keep that penalty out. And is there any way back for 10-man Argentina now?
Poor big moment, but what a precision penalty kick from Bremer. It had to be of quality, and it certainly was, right into the corner, giving Goicoechea absolutely no chance. Beautifully taken.
He rolled it unerringly into the corner, and that takes all the doing on a stage like this. The great irony, I guess, Clive, West Germany have played most of the football against an Argentina side waiting for a free kick or maybe a penalty to go and win it at the other end, but it's gone against Goicoechea and Argentina tonight.
And really a moment of indiscipline defensively. They've been fantastic throughout of Argentina. They've thwarted the attempts of West Germany, but Sensini's challenge was poor. The penalty rightly given, and Bremer executed absolutely perfectly, kept his nerve, and the precision, boys, absolutely magnificent.
There are a lot of strong men in this West Germany side capable of taking a penalty like that, and they've proved it in this tournament, of course. Augenthaler, Kohler, Matthaus, but they will all salute Andy Bremer. That says nothing, of course, about the two strikers.
Well, Maradona penalised again.
Their discipline is beginning to fall apart. A second red card.
Where's the Sotti that's going, Paul? Well, Maradona's trying to protect the referee. But I just wonder if that's the moment where Argentina have just lost this World Cup final. De Sotti was yellow carded in the 5th minute. Maradona now receiving a yellow. Chaos.
But Clive, in the 5th minute, you said that yellow could yet haunt Argentina tonight. Not Maradona's, but the early one for Dezzotti. There appears to be something happening off the ball, and the referee, who has missed so little, knew about it. And now it means Argentina 9 men. Here it is.
Well, that is crazy. Having been yellow carded so early, he grabs Kohler around the neck, Dezzotti, to get possession of the ball. He's red carded, Paul. I think a straight red card for what he does to Kohler.
I think you're probably right. It's all working out for West Germany. Nine men. Less than 2 minutes of the 90 to play.
We just wonder if they're going to get the ball back, Paul, because West Germany now will keep it wherever they need to keep it on the field of play.
I'm afraid this final will not be remembered for the glorious all-out attacking football. It's going to become notorious for other reasons.
Well, Libarski fouled, but that would just run the clock down more. That just plays into the hands of West Germany. 2 men advantage and a 1-goal lead.
They've come through many crises, Argentina, in this tournament, but surely this one is beyond Carlos Bilardo. Surely it's West Germany's now. The golden trophy will soon be theirs as the golden light fills the Olympic Stadium. Not that the football has been golden, you understand, but West Germany have shown they can pass a test of nerve, and who doubted them in that respect?
Absolutely. A performance of discipline from West Germany, belief that they were going to get the job done. Argentina were resolute, but in the end their discipline has gone.
It's not quite the very end, but it's as good as.
West Germany in no hurry to get on with it. It is an Argentinian free kick.
Argentina can say what they like about the decisions, Clive. Nobody can dispute, not even their greatest supporter, that they've created enough by way of chances or constructive football to merit victory here tonight.
Well, I don't think Iltner's actually had a shot to save.
It might get worse for them again. Jurgen Klinsmann to finish with a flourish.
Well, it would have been something. It was a brilliant first-time pass from Matthaus to give Klinsmann the opportunity, and as it bounces up, it's there to hit on the volley, which he does. But high and wide and over the crossbar, Paul, at this stage of the game, it really doesn't matter. Clever pass here. Dropping out the air for him to volley.
He had a lot of time, didn't he? They're a bit short of men, Argentina, after all. They've been short of ideas throughout the game. But of course, should Maradona make something happen even now, who knows?
Great tackle, Bushfold again. His attention to detail on Maradona has played a big part as well in West Germany's success here this evening.
Here goes Hessler. He might have set for the corner flag. He went infield instead. Juan Simon gave chase in vain, and now he limps back onto the field wearily. Beckenbauer knows better than to celebrate until the whistle goes, but West Germany are as good as there. Argentina weary everywhere. A token gesture of defiance by Maradona. Stefan Reuter. Aside, West Germany, packed with class, packed with character and composure.
Really controlled, confident performance dominating this World Cup final.
Their supporters believe they've done it. They can have whatever complaints they wish about the referee, but no Argentina player or supporter can complain that they've not been given the opportunity, with plenty of stoppage time, which continues here. Litbarski. New talented young players brought through by West Germany since their defeat 4 years ago. Revenge for the defeat in Mexico. Franz Beckenbauer, one of their greatest ever players, now a World Cup winning coach. West Germany win it after 54 and 74 here in Rome in 1990, and they see off Argentina by a narrow margin. A penalty by Andreas Bremer, but nobody doubts their valour, their quality and their right to be victorious. Argentina fought and scrapped every yard to the bitter end, but it was never going to be enough, even with Maradona, and Belado asks for calm and caution. Through the tears, they have not been good enough. They will surely recognise that. One of the greatest we will ever see has to accept defeat, as painful as that must be. In their own way, they've contributed to the drama throughout, but the quality, more often than not, has come from West Germany. Lothar Matthaus, who moved mountains to make himself fit enough to be here, will lift the FIFA World Cup as West Germany triumph in the Stadio Olimpico in Rome.